Hi everybody, welcome to a sunny Thursday. It's quite beautiful right now. It has rain during the night, but it's quite beautiful right now, so I'm just sat here on my little perch. Today is Throwback Thursday, so the idea of Throwback Thursday is that I will share some of the old content from Facebook, which prompted me to start all of this live streaming again and all of this video creation again, because I was going through my old lives from Facebook as I was downloading them and thinking, wow, I used to share so much about my healing journey, so much about my mum life, so much about unschooling life, and so much really about how life unfolds and can be used to support our growth, expansion, and increasing into more of what we desire. Most people are not living their best life, they're not living their life to their deepest desires, partly because we don't think we can, partly because we don't believe that we can, but also because of stories from the past around self-worth and our experiences in our lives. So today's Throwback Thursday post is it's about social media, actually. So for years and years I've had a love-hate relationship with social media. It's really short the way I've cut it down from a live stream, because live streams are often full of babble and chatter, and back then, this is from 2019, interruptions from children. I'm going to keep some of them in because they're fun and they're real, and part of my purpose really is to show how even if you're a mom, even if you've got like a dozen kids screaming around you, even if you're got a really jam-packed life, you can still content create, you can still follow your purpose, you can still follow your passion, you can still create a thriving livelihood. And we do that by getting rid of some of these stories that, I can't, this is why I've not created videos for so long, is because I've been like holding back from doing so because of life stuff, and that's held me back. That's clear that's held me back, because making videos is so much fun for me. I love it. I love talking to the camera. I love talking to the people who interact with me when I'm on camera, and I miss the free flow of using my voice to share my wisdom and share my experiences and how they can inspire and support you on your journey. So this Throwback Thursday post is about social media. It's about how this particular break that I took was because they'd been doing some shamanic journeying the day before. I decided that was it. I was tired, I was exhausted, but also it's really interesting listening to it. I now know about my human design. I now know that I'm a manifester, and I talk in it about not having the mental or the emotional energy for social media. And I'm a manifester in my human design, and that means that I don't have consistent flow of energy. It's why maybe I've not shown up in live streams for so long. It's maybe why sometimes I slow down in my consistency. It's why there's no promises here right now that I'm ever going to live stream every day or content create every day, because I know my energy is not consistent. So that's another thing that was quite interesting in it. I talk about this consistent inconsistency of energy, or this feeling low ebb, but how choosing to take this break from social media was beneficial for me at the time, and how more of that has come into my life. So social media breaks are quite a norm for me now, which is why there's no promise of consistency in these live streams. the way that I approach social media, this was probably one of the beginnings of me approaching social media from a different perspective, not feeling like I was dependent on it for my like business stuff. And that's like, clearly that is how things have unfolded for me. I now have a space, a therapy room where I operate from, where I'm not dependent on social media at all for my income and for my bookings. Most of my bookings come from somebody else's website, not even from my own. They come from people that I meet in the cafe. Even some of my Zoom calls and my distance healing sessions come from people that I meet in the cafe. So yeah, take the little snippets of wisdom from this, and take them and do what you wish to do with them. Obviously the quality is not great. It's a 2019 video. Crazily, I talk about Skyping to do my crystal healing, if that's included in the video, in the final video. But wow, how far things have come with the advent of Zoom through, I don't know, crazy world events in 2020. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on social media. Where do you stand with social media? How do you feel about it? And yeah, I hope you get a little bit of something from this old version of me's wisdom. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I've lost count how many times I've tried to do this alive here on my page in the last week without some epic failure. So let's hope, one, that I have got everything right. Kids, but kids are a norm and a given when I do lives. Can you take that away? Yeah, kids are a given when I'm doing lives. Tech fails are not. So I did a live last Sunday, I think it was, with my earphones in. It was silent. And so yeah. And then I came on, what was it, one day? It wasn't yesterday, it was probably the day before, only to have my phone run out. Which could happen now, but hey ho. I'm hoping I'll have a little bit more time on this. My battery's got a little bit more percentage. I think it had like 4%, and I decided it'd be a good time to go live. Like you do, yay! So anyway, what's been happening with me? Because this is probably what was in both the videos that I did. To varying degrees. Let's sum up the week, because it's been a little bit of a week of self-reflection. Right. Sorry. My vacuum cleaner is laid down behind me and it keeps creaking. And every time I hear a noise, I'm like, what's that? And I'm just, it's just settled into place now, I think. And it was worrying me a little bit as to what's that noise coming from behind me. I like to be guided by spirits, but not so closely behind me that I can hear them. Anyway, that's for a whole other live video. So yeah, what has been going on with me? I took a little bit of time out and a time away from social media this week. Not fully, although that is the goal. The goal is for me to have 2 days in the week where I just turn off my phone. So yeah, not sure about turning the phone off, but certainly a day away. The plan is to have a couple of days away from social media in my week to just sort of like enjoy the children and do other things. Maybe even like actually not do any work at all. It's a common problem for entrepreneurs, whatever size your business is, if you're working for yourself, to have time where you not actually have any time totally away from the work, because it's always in your head, it's always right there going, oh, I need to do this and I need to do that, and if I don't do this and I don't do that, nobody will see anything, nobody will pick anything up from me. And actually sometimes having a full 24 hours away from everything work related is good for the mindset. It's actually gets you when you go back to work, and you work with a more focus and stuff. So I've had this little bit of time away from social media. It's been quite nice, really, to have that little bit of time away to clear up and tie up some loose ends. So I had some ends to tie up on that, because now with that business now, I'm currently teaching people to knit and crochet through virtual online classes. So I had some loose ends to tie up with custom orders, and I just wanted to finish things off that I was doing there and the last week and a bit. So having that little bit of time out and that time to not actually be worrying about what I was doing with both of my businesses, really, but specifically with this business, because this business is fledgling and new, and I have lots and lots of plans to bring more here than I have previously. It means that I've been a bit quiet here. Last Saturday I was at my shamanic Heal Your Womb course training that I've been on this year, which is absolutely amazing, and it's all shamanic, and it's all like shamanic drum journeys to the drum beat, which is really good. It's been really, really, really helpful with lots of the other healing and energy work that I've been doing, to make more sense of, I guess, the struggles that we face as humans, as physical beings on this earth chosen to come and live on, and we may have had previous life experiences that have caused us challenges, that cause us challenges in our life now. It's all about healing, obviously, because the course is called Heal Your Womb. It is a course for women who have, because there's a lot of past history for women being, maybe, I don't know, go back to witches, shall we, being burnt and stuff. So there's lots of talk of experiences that we've had in past lives of being treated quite terribly, and it's gone hand in hand with the other work that I've been doing to sort of work through emotions that are all the sort of negative build-up of things that you build up through the years. So at that last Saturday, and then I was Sunday, I just felt really out of it on Sunday. I really struggled to focus on anything, which often happens after these, when you've been doing lots of energy work, and the shamanic journeying is quite energetically draining. So I often feel like I need a lot of time out and space to myself on a Sunday. So I felt really kind of out of it on Sunday. And then as I went into Monday, I was lost. My energy levels were so low, not like physical energy, but emotional and mental energy. It just felt really, really down. And that was when I made this decision that I was going to have some time away and time off, time away from social media. No pressure on myself to work, no pressure on myself to show up and be here, because if I'm not here every day all the time, everybody will like stop seeing me. So, and it's been nice, and it's been kind of healing, and kind of it's been really relaxing. I think I've come out this side of it this week, finally, feeling much more motivated than I think I've felt not for a while, because I've definitely built motivation up over the course of the last couple of months with lots of the work that I've been doing on myself. But I definitely feel more motivated than I have in the last couple of weeks anyway. A little bit more focused in what it is that I want to do. So I passed my crystal healing diploma. That was like awesome news. That was what I came on to tell you all last Sunday when I had my earphones in my laptop and nobody could hear me. I passed my crystal healing diploma, which I'm extremely happy about. I'm waiting for my certificates to come so that I can get the ball rolling with everything in relation to that. So I'm very, very excited to be working on things to build up that side of what I'm doing here. I learned things like making elixirs and essences, crystal essences, which means that I can do distance calls. Which means that I can do a Skype session with somebody, talk about them for emotional and spiritual well-being, and then make crystal essences that are beneficial, because I don't currently have space to do physical in-person healing sessions, which isn't impossible in my town, because my towns are really, really alternative and holistic health centred town. There's Reiki practitioners and other crystal healers, and there's a very, very nice crystal shop that I like to go and shop in. And so that was it's a cause close to my heart as well, the whole like self-care, self-healing, self-love it's been fundamental to my journey that I worked on myself primarily to be able to show up better in my life for everybody else. If I carried on the way that I was, I'd have burnt out, I'd have crashed, I'd have not been in any way, shape or form able to do all the things that I really want to do for other people, including my family, my immediate family, my children, my husband, our family, and then obviously my extended family who happen to live quite a long way from me. So if I'm in bits and pieces on the floor because I've burnt out and I'm wrecked, how can I look after them? And so the whole self-care of looking after you first and foremost makes it more possible for you to look after other people, and that's where I come in, basically, in wanting to bring to the fore the fact that looking after yourself is so important so that you can look after other people, because that's, at the end of the day, at least most of the women I know, that's what they want to do, is care for people, care for their families, care for their children, care for their partners, care for their parents, care for other people, for friends. And you get burnt out because you've not looked after yourself, you're in pieces. And so that's really what my week has been about. It's been about me energetically giving myself some space so that I can show up better for anybody out there who I need to show up for, including my family, including my clients and my students and my customers. So then we had friends visiting and we just did some things together. My 8-year-old has been running a little shop outside where she was selling bookmarks and inviting people to come and read. She's got a series of books that she really loves, and she basically thinks that other people should read these books and wants to rent a seat outside our house for people to sit and read a book. Her idea, she's 8, she actually made money from passers-by who saw their bookmarks and donated more basically than she was wanting to charge for her bookmarks. And so I've had a great week watching her do that and supporting her in her little entrepreneurial endeavours. Little female entrepreneur in the making she is. So I've had quite a nice time, and giving myself time away from work meant that I could do that without thinking, but I've got to do this work now, I could actually focus on her, which is really what I want to do. I mean, it's why I'm a self-employed business owner anyway, so that I can be present with my children. And it was nice to actually be able to do that and practice that, and see the results and the joy in her face when she'd come in and go, Mummy, someone's just given me another £1 again for a book back. And watching a little pound, then ran off to the shop, because in the first day she made £3 and then ran off to the shop. No, she made £4, and they ran off to the shop to go and spend some of this money. And I was like, don't spend it all, because you need a little bit for change, and when you keep some of it, it attracts more to you. And so she did. She had a lovely time and a lovely week, and we'll just see tomorrow whether she wants to carry on with her little business endeavours. I've looked at some more ideas of what she might be able to do to sort of bring in customers, trying to offer some advice as a entrepreneur myself. That really about sums it up. I just wanted to share why I'd not been here, why I'd said I'll be here more, and then ran away for a week. And this is all a work in progress for me. It's all I'm learning how to change my business around, because I've been running a product-based business for so long. Run a service and holistic based, showing up for people and being present with the people who I'm working with is totally new for me, which is why I'm here in my pyjamas on a Sunday afternoon. It's all fun. I am looking forward to seeing what I do here, because there's just no telling right now what this is going to turn into. I've got more in the pipeline for my holistic therapies that I'll be working on through the course of this year. I've obviously got my aromatherapy certificate to finish off and complete, so that I can be fully confident in that. So that's carrying on. And then there's other things that I certainly plan on doing that I find helpful for myself, that I've found massively helpful on my healing journey. Things like EFT, that is definitely something that you'll be seeing me do, because some days I don't think I'd actually get out of bed without a little bit of EFT to get me up and get me going, because sometimes some days have just been that hard over the last sort of 18 months. Anyway, so that is me. That is my week. If you're watching this on the replay, I'd just love to hear from you about anything you found helpful in any self-healing that you've done, anything, your favourite form of holistic therapy, because maybe I could get some ideas as to what else people out there, people who like to join me, what else they'd like to see. And yeah, do you find taking time out from social media beneficial? Because I know lots of the people who I've spoken to about this find that time out can be fundamental to their sanity, really. So yeah, do you like to take a little bit of time out from social media and from all the bombardment we get with other people's lives, I guess, so that we're maybe not fully enjoying our own lives?